right, here it is, the Jato. I got it. This one's mine. Paid for it. Just got back from the hobby shop. Everybody told me they want to see unboxing, so that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and unbox it. Even though I did the kind of a quick review yesterday, we're going to go ahead and unbox it, take a little closer look at it. Then we're going to go out there and set up the ramp, jump it, drive it around, and give you like a final thought of what I think of the brand new Jato. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy watching this. Now before we get into it, let me just say something real quick. I am not Traxxas. I didn't design this, I didn't push it, publish it, anything. I'm not a Traxxas fanboy. I don't hate Traxxas. I love RC cars, and the whole point of my channel is just to share my love and passion of the hobby with you. And when new products come out, if I can swing it and afford to buy it, I'll do that to help you make an informed decision as to whether you want to buy this or not, or whatever I'm reviewing. Now I know there is a 4S system coming. We don't know when exactly, sometime next year. So it's either wait months or go ahead and get this and then see what we can do with this platform in the meantime. So if you don't like the 2S, you don't like it. I don't know what to tell you. I really wish they would do a 3S and stop making everything 2S, but it is better than offering this in a brushed setup. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a little look here at the artwork here in the box. So what do we got here? So like we showed yesterday, we got the chassis stiffener here, clipless body. I'll show you this more. I didn't really show you yesterday the body, the battery mount. So sealed steel gear differentials, so that's good. We got steel differentials. It is just a TQ system, no gyro. It's not TQI. It says it's a high torque digital servo, 2075. Bet you it's probably all plastic. I'm not the guru. I can't tell you what each servo number, what it entails, but oil-filled GTR shocks. That is very, very nice for them to actually do. Extreme heavy-duty outer driveline suspension components. So they're already gearing this thing up to handle more power, is what it looks like to me. They're already putting some pretty good parts on here. So max duty drive shafts, caster blocks, steering blocks, oversized sealed bearings, 17mm color match aluminum wheel nuts. And unfortunately, that's about the only color matching you get on this system is the wheel nuts. So the shocks, everything's all plastic, so there is no color matching. But like I showed yesterday, if you missed it, we got 4 colors. We have a red, the blue, the green, and then the black. So not 100% sure if this is going to be like a dealer only item, if it's a special edition, what 100% what the black edition is, but it's going to be something a little different. But other than that, there's not much to the box. So let's dig in. Let's see what we got. One TQ remote, 1 bag of goodies, 1 brand new Jato, bag of tools. So this is something new I've never seen in a Traxxas something before. Not quite sure 100% what that is. That is unique. Got a wheel wrench, some Allen wrenches, a regular wrench here, a little micro 4-way, stickers, warranty card, TQI stuff, service manual, has all of your parts and diagrams on how everything comes apart. Trying to sell you some batteries and chargers. Boom, owner's manual. Always good to look through these things. You can find some surprising info, like most people missed on the sledge, that said if you're not going to drive in smooth terrain, to move the shocks in one spot. So even here we have look like several positions for the shocks here. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, maybe about 4 spots. Wow. Alright, so this says it's a suspension multi-tool, that plastic weird looking wrench. Oh, here it is. So I already looked at this yesterday. I'm just going to give another quick glance, see if there's anything that I maybe missed. So if you didn't see that video, go check it out. So we got sledgehammer tires. Do believe probably vented on the inside. Here it's hard to tell. Yes, vented on the inside. This is plastic. I guess for 2S it should be okay. Now I don't see any direction on these tires. Usually Traxxas does have a direction on their tires. The wheels seem pretty flexible. Rubber feels good. I'm really impressed with these axles. These things are just absolutely massive. Especially on something that's just a 2S. Now we do just have plastic hexes. I see that's going to probably be an upgrade at some point if we start adding power, maybe that and the wheels. Diff feels pretty good. No anti-sway bars. Like I mentioned earlier, this is just solid links. Now to me, I prefer this. If you're just bashing, running around, to me this is just a better system. There's less here to break. This is just going to be a stronger setup. Now I know some people are going to want to tune, but I think that's a minority of the people that really going to go in there and want to tune their camber, caster, or whatever, and toe in, toe out. I didn't see anything in the owner's manual right away about shock position, but you know, your standard, the more you stand it up, the easier it'll be to move. The further out, it makes it a little harder. So it gives you a way of dialing it in. Like I mentioned earlier, these are really nice, flexible. So the hinge pins here, they're not captured, it just screws through right there. Everything's plastic, everything's got a lot of give, which is good because when you whack stuff, you want it to give and flex and not break. Same thing here with this tower. It's got a good amount of flex to it. You know, you can't win in this world. If you make something out of plastic, people complain. If you make it out of metal, people complain. There's no winning here. Looks like the A and D blocks here are metal. I can't really see if anything past that. And there is metal as well. But this is a kind of a proven platform, you know, the Slash platform. They've used this variation on a lot of cars like the Russell, so I follow a similar setup. So we know pretty much going in, it's going to be a pretty tough setup. Now some people have already heard complaints that they think the wing's a little too big. Let me see, where do I have a sledge wing? Do I have a sledge wing? I'll be damned. It is. It is. It's 100% a sledge wing. I guess it could have looked up the part number, but no, it is a wing from a sledge. 100%. Already got blue. Although this one's a bit bent up. The old sledge, despite what people say, it's got a lot of power. It stands up fairly easily. So now the battery tray. This, I don't know, I think it could be better. I wish it moved more, but right here it says 25 millimeter. The other side says 23 millimeter. We have these divots right here. So basically you're just going to go ahead and slide that in and then work it over and lock it into place. I kind of wish it was connected, maybe like hinged up like the Rustler. It is what it is. Alright, so in typical Traxxas fashion, you do actually have adjustments here for your camber. You can use these spots here to move it in and out, so it's not like a turnbuckle, but you do have that front and rear that you can make these adjustments, and there is a lot right here in the back. Oh, these hexes, let's see if I can, really surprising for Traxxas here. They like they're taking a page out of Team Crowley. These are not splined at all. Wow, there is no little serrations, no splines to lock these. So, ooh, the plot thickens. So yeah, be careful, especially in the beginning, because there is nothing holding these, nothing locking these on. All right, everyone, I'm gonna go ahead, get this. Oh, whoa, what did I just do? What did I just do? Well, I hope I didn't ruin it before I. Oh man. Well, I did a real rookie mistake. I thought this was threaded on there. I mean, I put it on by hand, and then went to do this. I don't know. I kind of messed up the thread. So I definitely see maybe some metal hexes coming in for this. So I gotta try to fix these threads, salvage today, so I can go ahead and run this car. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get this fixed, get it loaded in the car, and I'll see you out at our bash spot. Here we are at the bash spot. Gonna see how little Jato does some jumps. Not bad at all. Laying pretty flat. That's like it's landing pretty good. I think these longer shocks are really helping this thing out. Now I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier. I know a lot of people mention about the 4S. A lot of people, number one, are mistaken to say 3X. It's going to be a 4X. The VXL is going to be 4S. And you can go to Traxxas website. It's $529.99. The 350, 450, you know, roughly $180 more. So if you want to wait for that, that's fine. I think you can make your own BLX out of this. I mean, it is cool. It does come with different tires, more of a race pinned type tire, where this is a dirt knobby. So it's gonna be interesting to see, definitely. Dude, this thing it's jumping pretty good. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of air control, but then again, I'm not really expecting a lot with the 4S. Yeah, it's not, or the 4S, the 2S. Golly, you know, these people like RC Guy Garage eat me up every time I say a mistake. Safe to say, I think the suspension is a little on the soft side, but it's, wow, that is it's a good handling car. Now, like I said, I'm not a Traxxas fanboy, I'm not an ARMA fanboy. I just try to give it to you straight. I don't have any agenda here to push products. All I want to do is see people get into the hobby. I'll give you my final thoughts here in a minute, but yeah, I do have some air control here. I mean, it's not the greatest, but like I said, just 2S. Like right there, I give it, so it is slapping a little bit. I said this is a bit on the soft side. Still slapping. Yeah, it's getting a little bouncy in the back. Oof. So let me give you my thoughts as we drive this thing around. I do wish this was 3S. I do wish it was a 3S. Now, sure, it's 25 miles an hour out of the box, and everybody's like, oh man, that's so slow. What does every channel do when they get a car? Oh, they change the gearing. So I don't understand, you know, getting too upset about it. I imagine you could probably easily get 30 miles an hour, which still isn't the fastest thing around, but I do feel the price point's a bit high for it's a 2S system with no charger, no battery, no anything. Maybe if it was complete, that price, I feel, but it's not completely out of line. But then again, it is a little bit higher than some other offerings, and I will be doing a comparison with some other cars. So guys, stay tuned, make sure you subscribe. I have other cars that are very similar to this in this kind of price range, and we're going to compare what they offer versus this. Just give an honest look as to, you know, some other brands and what they have to offer at this price point or even cheaper. Another thing at this price point, I would really like to see like a slipper clutch. We've seen offerings, I mean, granted they're smaller cars, but like Rolaro, MJX, even for a cheaper price. The Red Cat, Red Cat Valkyrie's got a center diff, and it's very, and you know, then you got like the Synco 4, which I believe is maybe a little bit more than this is a 4S. Like I said, I'm going to do a comparison, or we're going to compare some vehicles, do some other stuff, and I'll be doing some upgrades to this. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned, see what we do, see what we can put this car through. I will say one upgrade I'll be getting is the metal hexes. I'm not happy with that at all. When I went back here, I tightened the rear ones up and they snugged up nicely. This front one started doing the same stripping. So yeah, it wasn't anything that I did. It was just, for some reason, these front hex things are just really weak. So maybe you can see there, I just put a whole lot of hot glue, make sure do the best I can to make sure that that nut doesn't back off. So wheel hexes, not a fan of. I really wish they would do a 3S system in here. Then I think maybe the price might be a little bit more justified. Other than that, I like the looks. I actually think it's a very cool looking RC. I do like the use of plastics. I know I've already heard from people about, oh, metal, but hey, you've seen to forget that the 3S ARMA lineup, even the 4S, like my 4S Creighton, is all plastic. They're plastic. Through that, the Vendetta, the Infraction, it's all plastic. So I don't know what people are griping about. I'm really glad they decided to at least give this the better shocks and not give us those crap ones that the Rustler and stuff, like my Nitro I just got, because this thing, these perches here actually bolt in, and these are the GTX. Now granted, it is plastic. It would be nice if it was metal and it kind of add a little color to this, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I'd rather it be plastic and threaded than plastic and collared with those stupid clips. So I am a big fan of the shocks so far. I mean, they seem to be doing good. If I was to do jumping, if I was to do more of this, I would probably thicken that shock oil. I think that would probably help that. It would help that bounce out. But seeing I'm more of a ground runner than a basher, I think it's dialed in pretty good right now for this. Now we do some changes and we get some speed on here, that could change very easily. It is just the 2S, just to me, somebody that has more experience and way faster cars, the 2S is just underwhelming to drive. It's does it have power to do stuff? Yeah, I mean, look, we could drift around here in the grass and have some fun. So not everybody needs a car that goes 50-60 miles an hour. So you got to consider, not everybody's idea of an RC car is what you want or what I want. So this could fit some people. You know, they may don't want to give their kids something that's going 50 miles an hour. They want something a little on the safer side. So I think it's a ooh. See, in the south we got these fire ants, so you got to watch these red mounds. Sometimes they come alive really, really quick. This one doesn't seem to be. That's a good thing. I think it's a good car. I think there's a lot of potential in this chassis. All that stuff, they've obviously, I mean, you look at the size of these drive shafts. These are even bigger than what's on my Rustler, the 4x4 VXL. So, and then we already have steel gears and stuff in here, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably sell like a either a 3S or a 4S upgrade kit for this. So I mean, it's got enough power to toss itself around, as you can see. That's the battery, folks. That's LVC. It's done. It's a small battery. This is the battery that came with my my Snap-on car. But all in all, I think it's a good car. I think people will enjoy it. You know, I said I don't get why some brands get a free ride about, you know, everybody bought the Grom and the first thing they did, we're gonna throw brushes in it. Nobody complained about it. So we do have a fair amount of dirt in here. That's surprising. I thought as close as this was, it would be. That motor does have some good heat to it. Woo, the ESC's got some good heat to it. Maybe the battery's not completely shot. Let's go check. Let's go check. We got 155 on the ESC. 152 on the motor. 144 here on the end. Yeah. 50. 154. I forgot the Traxxas battery checker is doesn't seem to be in my bag right now. Or is it? Oh, it is. I need just one more adapter to adapt it down to 2S. So if you're doing 4S, you just use this. 3S, you use this. 2S, there's one more. So I don't even begin to think it's gonna try to read it. It's gonna give me an error. I know it. Yep. But I'm pretty confident in that this LVC. Because like I said, it's a small battery, man. Look, 3,000 milliamp hour. So still decent run time on it. I mean, not. But there you have it. The Jato. People in the military know it as jet assisted takeoff. If you ever see the Balloon Angels, they're C-130 Fat Albert takeoff. Maybe you've seen those rockets on the side. That's a Jato, jet assisted takeoff. I don't think this kind of lives up to that name. Definitely does not feel like a some type of Jato deal. Well, guys, there you have it. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to not buy it. Say, take the information I provide in the video, look at how it ran, see if it fits your needs. Is the speed satisfactory for you? Do you not even care? I mean, you could easily upgrade the parts. Yes, it's more money, but it's $520 to get a 4S, which granted should have more parts. I haven't looked exclusively to see what parts would be different on this thing. I do believe when I looked at the metal hexes that the VXL will have the metal hexes, so that would be a nice thing. But all in all, I think it's a good car. Maybe a little high in the price. I wish it was 3S. Wheel hexes could be better. I do like the plastic chassis. I think it's going to be good and durable. I like the plastic towers here, because don't forget, not everybody's at the same level. Some people are going to buy this as a first car. They're going to tumble and wreck it, and this plastic's going to be good. It's going to take a lot of abuse and be more forgiving. I do like the upgraded shocks. The center brace here, that's a nice touch. Give it a little more rigidity. Just the BL2S, it's a good system from what I can see. I mean, it does seem to work pretty good. It's just a little underwhelming, just for what I want. The axles seem really stout and built. The control arms seem very well. So, and I think it's a good looking RC. So we'll see what we can do with this thing through gear changes and maybe motor ESC, stuff like that. You never know what we're gonna do. Usually not very big on that, but sometimes we just have RCs that are like, please bring me to my potential. And I think this is one of them. All right, everyone, I appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed watching the Jato run, and look forward to more content with this new RC. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.